Look at that. Okay, so when you first turn this thing on, I got this thing apart. See, I made this. I'll go back to that later, but I took this all apart, and I couldn't really find the right schematic. I found one that was close, but and similar in voltages. But anyway, this is kind of simple to figure out. I just got to follow all the leads. Anyway, so let me go back to this. So I took this apart. This is getting ready for switches. I made this cool little slit right here to hold this in here so that I can get at the back side of it also. Let me show you here. So that I can look at the display, I can get at the switches, and I can get at this all the electronics back here, because I'm going to be bypassing some things. So let's just plug this back in here. Let's see, are we in the right place? Yep, move this over here. Now when I first turn this on, here's what I get. It's not really flashing, it's just the way the camera's taking the picture. Because if I go up like that, you can see it stops flashing. Whoop. Don't make an ass out of me. Come on, get over there. See? Okay, so, but I'm going to go back down to that size. And so now what I wanted to do when I turn it on is I want that on. I don't want to have to go through these steps, so I'm going to bypass these switches on the front with switches in the back, and I'm going to flip them in the right direction so that when you turn it on, these all happen at once. I want bank 2, and I want auto delete. I want the auto button. Now you can see it going through the different scenes. 6, 7, and they're not really flashing. They're doing that because this is the way the camera's taking the picture. So so what I did was, let's see if I can just illustrate shutting this auto off. Here we go. So I'm going to take this, use this chisel as a bypass, as a jumper, and I'll show you what I'm doing after I do this. So I already pinpointed where I need to do it. So I'm going to go here, see, off and on, off and on. Okay? So now, let me shut this off so that, well, let me see, maybe I can show you with it on. Take this and turn it down. Turn this like this. Let's see, can you see that side of it now? Let's turn this a little bit this way. And blow it up. See how I have everything marked? Okay, so these 4 different things here. Let me get something else better to point this with. I'll use this. So you can see these are the switches on the other side. Here's my up and down for the banks. And these are the ones I need to get at. I marked, I followed where the switches are from the front. And you can see all of the leads, the circuit, the printed circuit board. I can follow where they go, so I can kind of tell what they're doing and where the voltages are going and what they're going to get these switches to do what they're supposed to do. See this one right here where the arrows are pointing to it? Right here. That's the auto switch. And already I've monkeyed around with it a little bit, and with my voltage meter found out that these two leads right here on the switch are the ones that I need to bring to another switch. So when I hit them together, they're off, and when I take the lead, the jumper off from it, it's on. And so that's what I want to do, so that as soon as this starts up, when I leave this off, and I take the outside switches, not the switch that's behind here, but the one I'm going to install, I'm going to make it so that I can make this an open circuit or a closed circuit, so that I can, and the reason that I'm putting it to a switch and not doing it stationary forever, bypassing it, I'm putting a switch on it because I want to be able to unswitch it in case I want to change the programming of it. So that's my idea. So far it looks like it's going to work, and I'm happy about that.